The youngest years of your life, from the age of a teenager to mid-20s, are arguably the most valuable years in your life. These are your developing years, the years where you're psychologically able to grow the most, the years where your brain is able to absorb the most information. These are the kind of years that dictate the rest of your life. Obviously, you can change what you want to do with your life when you want to, but if you're a mechanic from the age of, 15 to 25, then the chances are you'll be a mechanic for the foreseeable future because that's what you know. My point explained in monkey terms is that these years are important and you must value them. Yet it's frustrating because these years are the ones we're most vulnerable and the years where we're easily influenced to do what other people want us to, whether that's teachers, friends, parents, and they can easily lead us down the wrong path. But then again, there's a positive to it due to the amount of risk that we're able to take on and the amount that we can experiment in the young years. And so taking this on board, I wanted to make a video on the slightly unorthodox investments that you can make in these prime years that could change your life moving on forward. And although investments are defined as something that you put money into that you'll get a return on, you won't get a direct return on these investments. It's not like stocks or cryptos that I think are going to blow up. This is more stuff that, it isn't defined as a number that you'll get back. What I'm saying is that you won't see these investments in a portfolio and see, great, that one 20x or whatever. It won't be defined. And because I practice what I preach, these are also investments that I'm making myself. Just so you know, I'm not reading off an article or something and just saying, go do what that person says. I'm putting this in place myself. So let's get started. The first investment that you can make is experiences. How can you invest in an experience, you may ask? And why would you? It's because experiences bring you knowledge, and most of the time experiences don't land on your lap. You have to go out of your way to find these experiences. And in some cases will cost you money. Experiences can also be grouped up with taking on risk, I guess. So taking on risk or investing in an amount of risk can be massively profitable. Whether you want to start a small business or, move to a new location to try something new, it doesn't have to be extreme. It can be very, very small, such as posting your first YouTube video or going out and meeting up with new people. These are experiences that develop not only your character, but also your mindset. When I first heard this concept as an investment, you sort of think, why would I do something that I don't want to do? It doesn't really make sense to the human brain. But then you sort of understand that you can gain knowledge from absolutely anything, from reading your first book to going on a run. You may just not think about it in that kind of sense. And I'm a firm believer in the fact that knowledge compounds, and I think you should take advantage of that. So experiences, go out of your comfort zone, put some money towards it, because the return on investment is infinite. You'll have no idea that the experience that you even took gave you that return. The next investment that you can make in your teens is long-term investments. And I know the title says unusual investments, but it is pretty unusual amongst younger people to be investing for retirement. And I know you think, why would I invest for something when I'm 60, when I'm all wrinkly and not even able to enjoy the money? Well, know that you shouldn't be investing all your money. It should be a very, very small portion that you're happy to let go of every month. And of course, you should be making more risky short-term investments in the time frame when you can take on risk, so your only investment isn't for decades in the future. And if you want, just invest more in a shorter period of the time, for when you're like 40, 50, and take out then, because you have to take advantage of compound interest. It's literally a once in a lifetime opportunity because you don't get time back, and it all thrives off time. The third investment you can make is multiple streams of income. If you watch my previous video, I made a whole video on multiple streams of income and how to build them. But if not, in a sense, you have to plant these seeds that will start generating you money. And no, not the seeds that you're thinking of, but more as income seeds or vehicles. As if you're starting these small streams of income, especially in your teenage years, and maintaining them and letting them flourish, means that when you're in your 20s, mid-20s, you can hopefully be making a couple grand each from some of them, or hopefully more than that of some of them, which will really set you up for a financially free future, literally mid-20s, 30s maybe, which you wouldn't have if you didn't start in your teenage years. How can you invest in multiple streams of income? Start investing in skills that you're able to use to generate an income, and then you can start maintaining them and letting them grow. And especially when you get those income streams passive, that's when you know you've hit the jackpot. The fourth investment is networking. What does this mean? Well, invest in meeting people. I'm sure you may have heard your network is your net worth, and I'm starting to realize that this is more true every single day. Let me explain from my experience. I had a coffee date with a millionaire. I know it's a big claim, you may have heard it before, but he's basically a distant family friend. And I essentially organized a coffee date with him in which I actually wanted to become his sort of apprentice and work under his wing to learn what he knew, but he sort of shut me down. But he did give me some amazing sort of life lessons that I take with me every single day, and they've changed the person I am. And if I didn't even go and meet him and go out of my way to organize a coffee date and network with him, I probably wouldn't be where I am today, making videos and making a good amount of money. What's the return on investment on networking? Well, similar to investing in experiences, it's really infinite. You'll have no idea the people that you may meet completely accidentally that may just change your life. How can you put money into it? This means like going to events, paying someone to be your mentor, that kind of thing that people don't traditionally do, but you know, if you don't want to be like everyone else, then you have to do what people won't traditionally do. One rule I typically take though is that you don't want to take advice from people that aren't in a position where you want to be or don't have attributes that you want to take on board. You know, you don't want to take advice from this middle-aged person who hates his life completely, because you don't want to be where he is. And I'm not saying walk past them and spit on them. I'm just saying, think, you know, when he's telling you something or they're telling you something, is this person in a position that I want to be in? You know, even if you think the advice may be good, just double think, double check it. But then again, all advice is good advice. It just depends how you take it on board. So, because you never know what someone may say that will change your life. And you won't get that if you just let life drag you along, you know, chilling at home all day, going to work, so on and so forth. You won't meet people that you didn't think you were going to meet. Do you see the recurring theme here? Invest in yourself. Anyway, continue. The final investment to make in your teens or your early 20s in order to flourish is invest in habits, right? Hear me out. Developing the right habits as a teenager that you're able to keep consistent with throughout your 20s and the rest of your life can change everything. These are habits such as, you know, paying yourself first, knowing what to spend your energy and money on, knowing how to invest, eating habits, healthy mindset habits. You get the idea. And why does this make a difference? Well, there was a study found that the real secret to success is having solid and consistent habits that help you grow. And think about it, if you're able to develop habits as a young person that you really keep consistent with that actually help you grow, then you'll be unstoppable. How do you invest in habits? It can be anything from, I don't know, buying a book, right? Because you put money towards that book, and then you got it, and it's a habit to start reading more books, which may give you information, which may help you, I don't know, build a whole business about something you didn't know you were going to build a business about, make you more money, give you freedom, have a happy life. You get the idea? Or mindset habits, for example. If you start meditation as a habit as a young person and it massively helps you grow, then imagine where you'll be later on in life if you just do things that help you grow. I hope you get the idea. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something that you didn't know before this video. Follow me on Instagram and all my other socials if you want to keep updated with my life and have more tips and tricks and beautiful stuff like this coming at your face. And if you learned one little thing from this video, then consider subscribing. You may learn something else from the next video. You have no idea. This is something you can invest in. There you go. Invest in the habit of watching my videos and you'll be unstoppable. Thank you all so much. I'll see you next time. Ciao.